treat. Not really. But it's working, and I'm already driving. I'm going a different way today because sometimes you gotta do things differently. And I'm not just driving a different way to school for the heck of it. Normally, Graham gets to watch kids on Tuesday, but today it's Mimi, and so we're dropping them off at a different house. And Palmer was pumped to get to do something different. Normally we have to drop little Callaway off, and he doesn't get to go in, so he was pumped to get to stay with Mimi today. But it is a Tuesday, and if I would have known that at 40, probably the most listened to thing on my Spotify playlist was the Moana soundtrack, I don't know what I would have thought. And that's okay, because my kids love it, and I actually don't mind it. But it's just funny, because I'll hop in the car, and the first thing that starts playing is what played last. And a lot of times, it's stinking Moana. And I think I said that I went golfing the other day. I was with a bunch of 40-year-olds, and we still act like we did when we were in high school. But I think what I'm getting at is there's a time in the day where I was like, all right, back when I was in high school, I wished I would have known what my life was like at 40. You know what I mean? I wish I could have like snapped my fingers and seen like a snapshot of what 40 looked like. And we're all out there on the golf course, and I'm looking at all of us. I'm like, dude, I think our high school selves would have been pumped to be like, okay, you know, yeah, your hair's thinning. Yeah, you know, you're not 0% body fat like you were your entire life. But you know what? You look like you're happy. You look like you're doing something right. And with my students, again, I always try to tell them to do things now that benefits them in the future, because guess what? Everybody has to be 40 at some point. And what life looks like at 40, hopefully it is a lot less Moana for all you guys. But you know what? I actually don't hope that for you, because if in high school you would have shown me my life, I would have been so sad, being like, wait, I have to do what these teachers are doing. I have to live in this city. I am listening to that much Moana. Like, what's wrong? Where did Kyle go wrong? But Kyle didn't go wrong. Kyle went right. And that's a wonderful thing. And I just, again, with you high school guys, life stinking will surprise you. And as much as we want the magic genie to come out and give us a snippet of what our life looks like in the future, guess what? That's never ever gonna happen. So what do you have to do? You just have to do your best to hook that guy or gal up. And the weird thing is, we were talking about age because Westo is in town and he leaves this morning. But we were talking last night about, dude, 20 years from now, it's no longer like, hey, in high school, 20 years from now, maybe we're close to 40. Dude, 20 years from now, man, I am pushing 60, which is crazy, because I still feel like I'm 18 and I'm still waiting to feel like I'm 40. And I don't feel like I'm 40 yet. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be 50 one day and not feel like I'm 50 yet. It's kind of that imposter syndrome kind of thing. But you will never get to, again, play the game of what life looks like. And I think that is okay. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Because if I snapped my fingers and saw that, man, I'm really out of shape, then, you know, maybe I just assume that I'm supposed to be out of shape, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to know, but I do think you're supposed to do your darned best to predicting the future by being like, hey, you know, I'm going to stay away from certain things. I'm going to, you know, keep doing certain things. And what those certain things are exactly up to you. There's so many good one-liners from the Moana soundtrack, and they're not meant to be super deep, but like a lot of the lines are pretty crazy. And now that I'm again trying to sing the song that I was thinking of right before I hit record, my brain can't start singing that song, and that's okay. I told you guys I'm going a different way, and it's kind of cool to see the different yeah, they were building a new building back there, you know. I'm hopping on the parkway kind of a different way, and it's kind of fun, you know. I think, and yesterday I was walking with some students back to the class. I'm like, let's do something different. Let's go by a place we've never gone by. And I think that in life you should do that. Just do something different, you know, because I know that monotony will eat you alive, but it's gonna be a good day. And with one of my best friends of all time being in town, he leaves this morning back to Texas. I got to see him way too little, but I got to see him late last night. And again, as a teacher, I know I got to be up at 5 o'clock. I know there's 3 kids that count on me to get to and from school, and so pushing midnight last night, I'm like, okay, Kyle, you need to take care of you. And I just flossed on my little drive, right, with the kids and all that. And I was like, wait, maybe I am taking care of me. I haven't flossed in way too long. Sorry, dentist. But I'm supposed to be taking care of me. But last night, I made the decision to stay up late with Weston and hang out and have a good time. And sure, I'm a little tired today, but do I regret that? Gosh, no. I think you regret the things you don't do. And I'm not saying don't sleep, because I think you should sleep. But there's certain times in life where you need to do what you need to do. And I need to start flossing, because as I was brushing my teeth, I'm like, I just need to start flossing. And so that's pretty cool. I get to be on KGET's game show. I don't know if it's today or if this week. We're recording it today, and so I think it's coming out today. They've got a game show called Name That Sound, where there's 3 contestants and they play a sound, and you gotta smash a buzzer and be like, I know what that sound is, and name the sound. I get to do that today. And if I'm honest, staying up late last night, waking up early this morning, my brain is not ready for Name That Sound. But I'm not ready yet. But guess what? We don't have to be there till 10:45. So I've got some time to do what I need to do. And there is a motorcycle cop flying up. And when you see a motorcycle cop, you get out of the way and let Mr. Motorcycle Cop do his thing. As you guys start driving, it is imperative to, when you hop on a freeway, little motorcycle cop, let's see if we can see him. Like, hey man, what's going on? Just driving around. Can't imagine that being my day-to-day job, riding a motorcycle. Because we were talking about how dangerous motorcycles can be last night. But when you hop on a road, always look behind you. I was ready to, kind of start punching it. And again, little motorcycle cops should sneak up by you. I think you should always kind of know who's behind you. And as you see all these on-ramps onto your freeway, hey man, I think you should circle back, look in that rearview mirror, make sure none of them are police officers. Again, Should you be speeding? Gosh, no. Does it happen from time to time? Gosh, yes. But just make sure you know who's behind you. Because if you don't, you get pulled over. And that's not fun. Because that costs a lot. And that's, So, you should floss more. We're a little bit, we're still, a minute, not a minute. We're like 5 minutes behind normal because we had to go a different route. So we'll end this thing. Floss your teeth. And I typically know myself to where right after I brush my teeth, I'm not going to floss. So I keep those little flicker things in my car. But if I don't see them, so now I'm like, I'm going to put one out to where I'm like, oh yeah, I've got a bunch of $1 pack of 50 of them. I could floss all the time. There's no excuses not to floss. When I go to my dentist and she's like, hey, when was the last time you flossed? And I'm like, you did it 6 months ago. Remember that? Now I could be like, you know what? I'm taking care of me, flossing my teeth. KGET's game show, Say Yes to Life. Somebody told me to do it, and I could have said no, but I want to be a yes man. So we will see what that's about. And I got 2 other ROC teachers hooking it up today. So anyway, look out for that. And I said in a video prior that I was going to link something, and I realized I don't link it. Did not link it. I did not link it because guess what? I get to school, I plug my phone in, I click and drag, upload a video, title it, post, and I don't watch it, I don't listen to it, I don't edit it, and I don't want to do any of those things. And I said in one prior video, oh yeah, I'm going to link it. I didn't link it because I'm just in this habit of not putting much into this. Not saying I don't care about it, but I don't want to check my phone more. I don't want this to take up more time. I'm like, this takes a minute to do, which is why I'm still doing it. Because if it took up more time, I'm afraid I would not be doing this. So, rocking the ROC T today to represent on television. Westo's flying back to Austin. It was great. It was fun. I love you, my man. And you know what? Because Weston's leaving, I think you should love those high school friends that you have and say yes to life and do all the crazy things. One of my students said over the weekend, he and a couple friends did one person was blindfolded, one person couldn't hear, and then one person couldn't talk, and they had to like bake brownies together. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. That's something I should do because it's fun and it's doing something, So anyway, it's Tuesday, day 34 for you all. Okay, rear view mirror, see another motorcycle, but it's not like the big thick motorcycle that, again, after a while you start being like, that's a motorcycle cop or that one's not. You check your speed, you make sure you're looking pretty good, and hopefully you don't get pulled over when you're on YouTube recording silly videos for your high school students.